fancy high-tech pizza tastes just like Domino's.
Once known as simply a decently priced pizza place, Domino's has expanded their menu to include chicken, pastas, and desserts. This is great timing, too, seeing as food delivery and takeout has never been more popular than it is right now in these crazy times. So go grab a slice while we count down the top 10 Domino's menu items ranked worst to best. Italian sausage marinara pasta.
Pasta it is.
Smothered in provolone cheese, this baked pasta dish is the best of the pastas that Domino's has to offer. It all begins with al dente cooked penne noodles that have been tossed with a zesty marinara sauce, which leaves your tongue tingling, in a good way. Introduced to the menu in 2009, Domino's used to give you the option to order their signature pasta dishes served in a warm pizza dough bread bowl. However, sadly, this has since been discontinued. The one trending downside of the Italian sausage marinara seems to be the overly sweet sauce. This appears to be a theme with Domino's. People either love their sauce or they don't, but eat it anyway. What makes up for any of this pasta's shortcomings is the amount of sausage slung into this dish. All of Domino's pasta options come jam-packed with ingredients. Along with the Italian sausage marinara, they offer chicken Alfredo, chicken carbonara, pasta primavera, or the very hip build-it-yourself option. This is not a dish to share, as it is on the smaller side.
Joey doesn't share food!
But it would make a good partner to any of the top 10 pizza choices on this list. Bread bowl or not, this is a surprisingly tasty pasta dish. Philly steak pizza.
Yo, a cheesesteak! Now this is the real deal.
Whenever a pizza arrives with provolone cheese, you know it's going to be good. Domino's knows this and has mastered the art of putting provolone on almost all of their dishes. This Philly steak pizza is no exception. Loaded with tender premium sirloin steak slices, onions, crispy green peppers, mushrooms, provolone, and American cheese, this is a serious pizza lover's dream. An American cheese sauce is used here as a substitute for the more traditional sweet pizza sauce. If you can get over the fact that the pizza is first layered with essentially cheese whiz, then you may be able to really sink your teeth into this one. The hand-tossed thin crust holds up very well underneath the copious amounts of ingredients. Philly cheesesteak experts may be disappointed if they go in thinking this pizza is a true rendering of a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Many reviewers say they were skeptical to order this pizza, but were pleasantly surprised by the taste and texture of the steak. Just don't expect something that tastes like it came straight out of Philadelphia. This pizza is also remembered as having one of the most popular commercials back in the early 1990s. A guy wants to show his bros how dumb his dog is by ringing a tiny bell, which he just so happens to have laying around, that makes his dog charge at him. He states dogs are so predictable. Cue the doorbell. All four guys jump up and charge the door panting. Their Philly steak pizza has arrived. After the delivery guy warns them not to drool this time, the famous "Get the door, it's Domino's" slogan closes out the commercial. So predictable, but yet so tasty. Brooklyn-style pizza.
I'm gonna live in Brooklyn, New York.
With pepperoni slices bigger than a toddler's noggin, this Brooklyn-style pizza pie will transport you to, well, Brooklyn. Actually, people that have had a pizza from Brooklyn say this does not compare in the least, so what do we know? Well, we do know this is a very good-tasting pizza regardless. It was introduced to the menu back in 2006 and quickly became a popular ordering choice. Extra-large slices of greasy, cheesy pizza cater to those who believe pizza slices should be folded in half to be eaten. Domino's ensures this by cutting the pizza into 6 ginormous slices instead of the usual 8 that comes when ordering a large. This specialty pizza starts with a small ball of pizza dough stretched out to either a large or extra-large pie. The Brooklyn pizza crust uses cornmeal to gain its extra crisp. The cheese is the main draw here. With a blend of mozzarella and provolone cheeses, the Brooklyn-style pizza is a feast for your arteries, giving you a salty aftertaste that is pure bliss. Even the ever-sweet sauce is overshadowed by cheese. Of all Domino's menu pizza options, the Brooklyn style is the godfather when it comes to provolone cheese. Many a pizza has tried to take over the title, however, they've never been heard from or seen again. Marbled cookie brownie.
Pathetic effort to hog the brownie.
You simply can't have pizza without dessert, or any meal for that matter. Domino's marbled cookie brownies are like 2 desserts in one. This recipe takes milk chocolate chunk cookies and blends them with a fudgy, gooey brownie. Yes, please. The crunchy edges are the best part of this dessert. Once you bite through the delectable crispiness, your taste buds are then assaulted with a moist, chewy center that will make you want to slap away any hands that try to reach for more. The brownie is the more overpowering taste here. The supposed chocolate chunks of the cookie are few and far between, resulting in bursts of too sweet bites when one does come across one. While eating more than 2 brownies will guarantee you'll fall into a sugar coma and require a nap, reheating the leftovers the next day for breakfast will be as equally satisfying as the night before. Some reviewers say that the best way to eat this dessert is by pairing the brownie with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Crispy bacon and tomato specialty chicken.
Bring me one of those chickens.
We're really not sure what qualifies this dish as special, but it made the list nonetheless. Domino's takes 12 pieces of heavily battered chicken, lines them up on parchment in 2 rows, and seemingly throws on whatever the pizza eater ordered. The crispy bacon and tomato is the best of the specialty chicken. The presentation here is not that visually appealing, but if you can look past the almost translucent chicken, it rates pretty high on the taste meter. The sun-dried tomatoes seem to have been dried on Mars, but really there aren't enough tomatoes on this dish to really be bothered by it. The cheese is what holds it literally together, like glue. It is so dense that spillage onto the parchment paper is a given. But don't fret, the caramelized cheese that frames this surprisingly small dish is the tastiest part. Along with the crispy bacon and tomato, this special chicken has 3 other options: classic hot buffalo, spicy jalapeno and pineapple, and sweet barbecue bacon. ExtravaganZZa Feast Pizza.
Let the feast begin.
Loaded with what seems like everything they could find in the fridge, the ExtravaganZZa Feast Pizza is a sight to behold, and definitely not for the faint of heart. Pepperoni, ham, Italian sausage, beef, black olives, green peppers, mushrooms, and onions are piled high on this pizza. One could say they've eaten all their required food groups for the day with a single slice. Too much? Maybe. It's as though they've loaded up a confetti cannon of toppings and let it fly. This pizza is not a calorie-friendly option, however, and it also has the most sodium out of all the pizzas on the menu. This pizza is stacked with so many ingredients that unfortunately the crust suffers and becomes a sad, moist slab of dough. An ordering tip from a Domino's employee? Ask for the pizza to be well done. This will crisp up that sloppy dough. The saltiness of the meats provides relief from the overly sweet tomato sauce and balances it all out. If not eaten piping hot from the oven, though, the ExtravaganZZa does cool down very quickly. That said, once you manage to shove a slice of this in your face, the ingredients blend together superbly. Just eat it fast. The very best part of this pizza? You will never be able to say ExtravaganZZa normally again. Stuffed cheesy bread.
You know what cheese can do to you?
This is by and large one of the most delicious items on the menu. The stuffed cheesy bread is exactly how it sounds. It takes Domino's famous breadsticks and generously stuffs them with one of 3 filling options: cheese, bacon and jalapeno, or spinach and feta cheese. Topped with a perfectly browned combination of mozzarella and cheddar cheeses, this specialty bread has a perfectly fluffed, pillowy interior, ensuring it has a very satisfying texture. It claims the outer shell of the bread has been seasoned with a sprinkle of garlic, parsley, and Romano cheese. However, many reviewers really couldn't pick up on those flavors. The just cheese option is good, if not a little bland. Cure this by dunking your cheesy bread into one of Domino's dipping sauces. The other 2 options are best enjoyed on their own. No sauce needed. The bacon and jalapeno bread is stuffed with beautiful pickled peppers that give the eater both a distinct heat and a touch of fruitiness. The bacon, on the other hand, is a tad on the floppy side, a little too thick and chewy. The spinach and feta option is your best bet. The feta assaults your taste buds, sending a salty kick right to your palate. This claims to be a side dish, but it's so good, just order all 3 options and call it dinner. Pacific Veggie Pizza.
Eat your green vegetables.
With nary a piece of meat in sight, you've got to be a lover of vegetables to gnaw on this pizza. Domino's ambitiously piles the Pacific Veggie Pizza with 6 varieties of veg. Technically 5 veggies and 1 fruit. From the moment the red, blue, and white box enters your house, your nose is consumed with the most delicious aroma. If this was a list counting down the best-smelling pizzas of all time, the Pacific Veggie would bring home the win every time. It all starts with a rustic, crispy, hand-tossed thin crust. Domino's signature sweet tomato sauce comes next. 3 different kinds of cheese make you forget all about... what was that? Oh, right, meat. Roasted red peppers, baby spinach, onions, thick mushrooms, perfectly diced tomatoes, and black olives are layered between feta cheese, provolone, and mozzarella. As always, Domino's claims all of their vegetables are 100% fresh and all of their cheeses are 100% cheese. Phew! The chunks of feta cheese bring this pizza to another level. Gritty and salty, it's the metaphorical grandma of the menu. It just brings everything together. While not particularly a healthy option, with 201 calories a slice, this is definitely on the lower end of the dieter spectrum. This is a truly hearty slice of pizza, aimed to please carnivores and vegetarians alike. Chocolate Lava Crunch Cake.
He's eating the chocolate lava cake right now.
Molten chocolate, or can we say pure bliss. Crunchy on the outside, warm, gooey, and fudgy on the inside. These little cakes are so decadent that even Marie Antoinette would be impressed. The fact that a pizza place produces this, let's hope whoever makes these are given a generous bonus each year. Said to be invented in the 1980s by accident, the lava cake was considered a pricey dessert option. Only people willing to spend some serious dough to enjoy a half-baked cake would get to experience them. It wasn't until 1997, when Disney World started selling these, that the masses could savor the lava cake. And the rest is molten history. These pucks of heaven come in a single or double option. Don't bother ordering the single cake, you will regret it. If you're lucky, the lava cakes will still be toasty warm when your fork slices through them, or when you shove them in your mouth before you even get the pizza home for dinner. Many reviewers admitted to actually eating both cakes before they tuck into their pizzas, just to ensure they taste the magic of the warm fudge. If you're lucky enough, your local Domino's serves these cakes with an icing dipping sauce. And just to be sure you're getting the sugar high you expect from these cakes, Domino's piles on the powdered sugar as well. Barbecue Chicken Feast Pizza.
I love a Barbie.
Alas, we've arrived at the top when it comes to the Domino's menu. The Barbecue Chicken Feast Pizza is by far the most popular item on the entire menu. It is also one of the unhealthiest. Perhaps this is why it is number 1? It seems some always gravitate to the most unhealthy options on the menu, and this Domino's pizza is no exception. When asked which pizza was the most requested, a Domino's employee said, without taking even the slightest moment to consider, that it was the Barbecue Chicken Feast. It arrives warm and smothered in an extremely flavorful barbecue sauce. Once that tangy, dark sauce hits your tongue, all is right with the world. The all-white meat chicken pizza is topped with generous amounts of chicken, bacon, onions, green peppers, and, of course, Domino's blend of mozzarella and cheddar cheeses. Each slice of pizza is jam-packed with ingredients, making it a little on the heavy side. The standout here is the green peppers. They are a prominent presence, and thank goodness for that. Nobody does green pepper quite like Domino's. Always fresh tasting and slightly crispy, even after reheating a slice the next day. Domino's must have a green pepper field that produces only the tastiest peppers in the land. They are magicians. Just be sure to grab napkins. There will be no time for breathing while inhaling this beast of a pizza. Hungry for more? Tap on that screen for more great videos, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell to join our notification squad.